Hi, my name is Craig Wilkinson, and I'm the author of the book Dad and father of two wonderful children. And we're here talking about the 12 dad verbs, things that dads need to know, understand, and put into practice. And we're on to the 9th dad verb, which is to provide. And this is probably the most obvious dad verb there is. If you have a child, you provide for the child. It's a very, very obvious thing. But there's certain things there's certain errors that dad make in providing for their children. Remember that what your child needs most is you. They need a safe and comfortable home and environment. They need a good education. And these are the things that we need to focus on providing for our children. This becomes quite a challenge in the case of divorced dads or dads that are not living with their children, because the financial burden of actually looking after myself in my own house and trying to finance another home and my children's can become very, very extreme. And often fathers try and withdraw from that. The fact of the matter is, and as a divorced father I can speak from first-hand experience, is that if we have a child, we're responsible for that child. Someone jokingly said that even possums provide food and shelter for their kids. Animals do it. It's something that's a basic entry-level requirement for a father. So some of the mistakes dad make is, one is they spend too much time pursuing wealth and not enough time engaging with their children. As I said, our children need ourselves, and I like to say they need our presence more than our presents. They need us more than what we can give them. And so if we're fathers that are pursuing wealth, climbing the corporate ladder, trying to drive the bigger car, live in the better house at the expense of our children, we're not providing for them. That's a mistake in our provision. They need us more than they need that. That's the first thing. The other thing that parents try and do, or often do, fathers do, is that they replace love with gifts. So they'll give the child money to go and spend time in the mall instead of spending time with the child. Your kids, if they want gifts, of course they do. They want your material stuff, but they want you far more importantly. So if we're replacing us with the gifts we can give them, we're making a big mistake. The other mistake that some parents, that fathers make on the other extreme, is they try to get out of their responsibilities. They try and if they've gone through a divorce and the kid's living with a mom, is they try and withhold as much maintenance as they can and do as little as they can. Now I know this is an absolute minefield, and there are times when the burden on a father is extreme. He wants to be with his kids, he can't, because of custodial arrangements, and he's got to finance his own life and try and build a new life, and he's still got to put money into his kids and sometimes their mom, and that can become a minefield. But just to say that as a father, your children need to know, they need to know that you as their father are working to provide their every need. They need to know that. And no matter how difficult their mom might be and your ex might be, you need to work through that minefield to show your children that you are providing for them. You often get the syndrome of what they call the uncle dad or the Father Christmas dad. The dad who's divorced and he rolls in and he lavishes with gifts, etc., and he has all the fun with his kids and he goes away and he leaves the burden. That's also a big mistake. As a father, you're not there to provide your kids with fun stuff. You're there to provide them with a father who can engage with them and provide for them. So remember this, key things. They need you more than anything else. They need a good education and they need a safe and comfortable environment. So go out there and provide for your kids what they truly need, not what we think they need. I'm the author of a book, Dad, which I'd love you to get hold of. And I've also put together a course which contains details, video clips, reading materials, and valuable exercises on how to practice becoming a great father. So go out there and be a fantastic father.